Stream is not loading.
Oh no, it's been milking.
Saturday night, dancing to the rhythm in our heart and soul. On Saturday night, I just can't wait.
When you mute what?
I got a
No, the intro song.
at the good old rock and roll rock show. I gotta go Saturday night, gonna rock it up, roll it up, do it all, have a ball Saturday night, Saturday night, Saturday
Hey guys, and welcome to Procrastination Radio. I'm Fire,
Hello. I'm Brad.
and we're here with Procrastinator Brad,
It's bigger on the inside.
Guten Tag.
also King Pumpkin, as well as Suit.
Hello.
See, that
yeah.
introduction wasn't half as bad as Soot's.
Yes, true.
Except SFT didn't do the thing you said it was going to do when
Yeah, I didn't
I
hear
introduced
anything.
people.
I didn't hear anything.
Introducing people. Who needs to do that?
He was not prepared.
Be prepared. Jeez.
SFD Prime does not come prepared to class.
He's too busy playing around with his Wilhelm screen.
Oh yes, can't go without the Wilhelm scream.
Cue the scream!
What?
No shit, SFD, you're muted.
This show is going fabulously well.
This is going so well. That was
This is how you start a show.
Re-intro, apparently.
Reintro.
oh my word, are you serious? So, what now?
He's gonna play a song and... Oh, crap.
Name thyself. Okay, I am Fire Gaming, and we are also here with King Pumpkin,
Help, I'm wild and I can't get down.
That's me.
Procrastinator Brad,
It's bigger on the inside.
Hello.
also Suit, Mr. Indian guy himself.
Hello.
So,
We had technical problems this week as well.
this is the
Technical
second week in a row.
difficulties.
Second week in a row we had to redo the intro like twice already. So, if this happens again, we are all going to murder SFD.
I'd just like
He's
to
gonna
point out
just-
that my intro was the only one that went off without a hitch.
What? What?
KP has the luck of the Irish.
What?
Or the Canadian, whatever.
So yeah. Next time, hopefully, SFD would play around less with his Wilhelm scream and actually do the stuff right.
Indeed. Would you like to state anything, SFD? You know, anywhere?
That was supposed to be the cue for the Wilhelm scream, guys, am I right?
Cough. Cough, cough. He's not even prepared for that.
Someone do a Wilhelm scream imitation.
I don't even know how to do that.
You need a different kind of voice pitch for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like an IE, but you know, high pitched.
Yeah. We need Dan to do that. We need Nerdcube to do that. He could do that.
Yes.
Nah. So
Yeah,
guys,
we can.
do you know what I'm excited about?
What?
GTA 5.
Video games and TV shows, because it's April and all things happen in April.
April is the month
Yay.
where everything ever happened. Everything.
Oh, apparently SFT did Wilhelmed.
So, all things happen in April. We've got this week, nothing. Next week we have
Daredevil.
Game of Thrones coming out.
Daredevil first. April
Also
10th.
Daredevil. The week after that we have GTA 5.
No, I think
the
it's
week
in
off-
the same week. Because
The week-
7th is the next week from, April
No,
14th.
I'm not talking about the preload. I'm talking about the game coming out. Please, dude.
No, 7th is the first week's end, and then the next week goes until 14th, and that's when GTA
Okay,
releases, second week.
whatever. And we get
Okay.
GTA, and then the week after that we have Broken Age Part 2, fucking finally. And then we have Avengers 2, also fucking finally.
24th of April, yes! We're gonna see it before all of you!
I'm also seeing it on the 24th of April, so
That's why I said we, as in we both.
someone else here will probably also be. I can actually go watch it the 23rd at like the SA premiere if I wanted to, but that's too expensive.
Yeah, but premiere boring. We need the day of launch, just go there. All of the popcorn.
Actually, I could go on the 23rd and then spoil everything for you before you go on the 24th.
I would kill you if you did that. Like, I would
So,
hunt you down in South Africa because I know where you live.
It would seem like me and Suit are the only people talking. KP,
What's going
Brad,
on, what's going
are
on
you
on the
alive?
23rd and 4th?
Oh,
That was a
Avengers
big
2.
cluster.
there's the.
There was a
Age
cluster.
of Ultron.
Oh,
Let's
meh.
see who does the best imitation of Ultron's voice. Fire, you start.
There are no strings on me.
I believe I'm at a distinct disadvantage due to my not knowing what his voice sounds like.
Same thing here.
Which I have to know a pretty damn good dialogue. Yeah. Wait, hang on. Yeah, I've forgotten the dialogue. Fire! Throw a dialogue towards me. I need name.
There
I'm
are no
on
strings
Epic.
on me. That's literally the only dialogue we've heard him say.
Oh, we heard some more, like in the second trailer. I think that, like the Hope one. Yeah.
I don't even know.
We can tear them apart from the inside. Actually, he says that I will tear you apart first. He changed it up. Repeating dialogues.
Okay.
Also vibranium.
Well-
because yeah. He'll be dripping in vibranium when he's actually born.
She'll be back.
What's with it?
Can we get a Wilhelm scream count up somewhere for like next week?
Yeah, we yes,
like on
we
the
need
stream,
that.
just a counter.
Also,
Wilhelm's free
Do it.
counter. That would
also,
require
What are we
me
at?
actually
2,
making
3?
the interactive stream, and yeah, it's not
yeah, we
happening.
need XSplit for that. I think I have
No.
a license for that.
We're going to make an interactive stream eventually.
Yeah, when people actually start watching this.
Like I
Yeah.
tried last week and then figured out the Mumble API is horribly coded, horribly supported, and horribly documented, so I decided not to do that.
Yeah, it's quite compressed and
To
stuff.
do it on OBS, then SFD. What are we up to? Like 3 Wilhelms?
That would require SFD not being lazy.
Good point.
And not being sleepy. Yeah, sorry.
And tired. I
This is
thought you
because
went to the
you-
store to get some caffeine.
This is because you stayed up instead of, going to sleep.
Yeah,
But too busy watching videos. Sergio, what do you want, Sergio? Sergio, whatever.
Sergio. He said that's how it's pronounced. Whatever.
He was too busy watching videos. Anyway, guys, can we talk about something? Because this is going nowhere quickly.
Yeah, a lot of dead air. So Mortal Kombat X is gonna show up. That's fun. All of the brutalities, but they're spoiling all of the awesome fatalities. You know, IGN is spoiling it.
That game is also coming out on the 14th of April, and I can't imagine many people care about it.
Mortal Kombat X, also known as every other Mortal Kombat game.
No, it's actually different. There's story stuff, like the last one.
Every fighting game ever made is
Story
exactly the same as every other fighting game.
I can agree with
I have to
that.
agree.
But it
I
doesn't
can
have.
definitely agree with
Other
that.
ones don't have fatalities. Dun dun.
Oh.
But IGN is spoiling all of those fatalities. Like, oh, did you see this fatality of Raiden? Oh, I'll show it to you. What the fuck is the point of buying the game then?
You know, you could just not go on IGN, right?
No, it just shows up on my Facebook feed. Did you see this?
You know,
wouldn't-
you don't actually have
but-
to go on Facebook, right?
I just sit on Facebook because sciencey stuff shows up there.
Just unlike IGN on Facebook.
Nah, I'm too lazy for that.
So what you're saying is you don't really care about them spoilers.
No, but I don't click on the thing they're spoiling. It's just that other people are clicking and they're getting spoiled up.
But they
That's
don't
stupid.
care about spoilers. Maybe they want the game for its fighting. Hill.
But this time, Kung Lao is back, apparently. Didn't he die in the last game? He died.
This is a fighting game. The story does not matter at all.
It does matter in Mortal Kombat. All the story.
No, it really doesn't.
Mortal Kombat, you have to spell everything with a K. That's the rule. That's all that matters in Mortal Kombat.
That's the
Things
whole
that
storyline
mattered
too.
in Mortal Kombat. This is the end of the list.
And fatalities. And brutalities.
So yeah, I'm just going to say fighting games are boring and leave it at that.
I agree completely with Fire.
I would have to agree with Fire too.
Suit, you seem to be outvoted here.
No, I'm not saying I'll buy it. I just say it's fun. You know?
I'll get
it's
it.
gruesome.
If you've played
I'll
one
get-
Mortal Kombat, you've played them all.
In 5 years on a Steam sale like I did with that
Nice
DC card game.
one. Injustice.
Yes, that
Yeah,
one.
that
I
was-
got it for like $2 in the last sale.
Cool. KOOL. You see what I did there? It's Mortal
Not really.
Kombat. KOOL.
Yeah, it's not a very good joke.
Good one, Suit.
So let's talk about more game stuff because we started off the topic. We opened
Yeah,
the can of
so-
worms.
So On Live is officially dead.
Sony acquired its assets.
Yeah, that game streaming service that was dead on arrival is now officially dead on arrival.
Wonderful. Absolutely wonderful.
Because it has literally no use because nobody has internet to stream quality high games. Even 1 gigabit per second is not enough. So, you know.
Also, you need like really quick latency, like 1 millisecond or something.
It's
Some
horrible.
places provide that.
The entire idea of game streaming over the internet is just the stupidest thing ever. I'm sorry.
Yeah, but exactly. But why do people even need that? Like, can't you just sit at your computer, or if that isn't comfortable, get a better chair? Like what? I want to sit on my sofa and play a game that I could just play at my computer, which is like 3 Titan X's. Now I'm gonna play it on a small tiny screen.
But
Because
I
of-
mean like Steam in-home streaming and stuff like that, that's fine. You run the game on your home PC, like wherever it is, and you can play it anywhere in the house. That's fine. I'm fine with that. But
Like
streaming
party
over the
games can be
internet
played.
is stupid. Streaming
Yeah,
over the
it's stupid.
internet, stupid as fuck.
Yeah, like if anyone starts downloading something at the house, this is finished. It just starts getting artifacts and blah.
It's entirely pointless. I don't. Please.
The in-home streaming it's good because you have like the home theater PC in your living room. You can play party games at that and stuff. That's
Yeah,
fun, but
Exactly.
online streaming of we don't have internet connections that great, and even if we do, there's like a very small minority of people.
Indeed.
If you're gonna profit off of them, then go ahead. But nah.
And then
Sony-
you just have people like me who has horrible internet in the first place.
So
Yeah,
what else
but-
happened?
Let's see.
The GTA 5's trailers leaked, quote unquote leaked. But
Well, yeah,
actually,
but-
I think
That's like the thingy with the heists, right?
the Russian trailer,
Meh.
the heist. Yeah,
And
that was
and-
okay. That's
And then they released an English version because it was out already. So, meh.
yeah, nah. It's like Ubisoft. Oh, it is leaked. Oh my god, Abstergo is forcing our hand with these games. It's just mass producing an next Assassin's Creed. Next Assassin's Creed shit.
So, for any of you losers who own an Xbox One, the only game that looks exciting on the Xbox One has been delayed to 2016. So,
Which
have
game
fun
was
with
that?
that. Quantum Break.
Heh.
Even those graphics, I don't think that Xbox One can even drive those. Like seriously.
Yeah, they probably delayed it to like downgrade the graphics to make it actually run. Lol, 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 lol.
Even barely even get installed on that because those textures, they ain't getting installed in I can't speak because I'm on caffeine. Sorry. They aren't gonna get installed on that because it is very weak and it probably would get an Xbox 2 or something by the time of 2016 because that hardware is outdated.
So, No Man's Sky for the PS4 is apparently supposed to come out in August.
That
That's
is
cool.
not happening. I can fucking promise you that is not happening.
I don't
You
care
seem
much
so
about
determined.
it because it's just exploration based. So after a while, you would get bored because it's just a randomly generated sequence. It's not like
Well,
Okay, but
there
Fire,
is combat.
If it happens, will you promise to eat your foot, though? Are you that confident?
I am not eating my appendages.
even
Then
like,
I'm
like
afraid I
KPs.
can't take you seriously.
I, for one, do not believe that my
In
appendages
self-canon.
taste nice.
Self-cannibalism is not recommended. But KP, he brought
It's
that
not
on
about
himself.
the foot, it's about sending a message.
But I will eat a piece of paper saying I
That's
was
it.
wrong.
Paper.
1 kilogram of paper.
Not just a piece,
One
just one
kilo.
piece. And I'll make sure it's
Wait.
rice paper.
Rice paper.
Yeah, wager an appendage or it doesn't count.
Please, KP, that game is not releasing in August. We have seen exactly 0 actual gameplay. It
We
is not
haven't-
releasing in August.
We haven't seen
I'm
like
still
a
super
review.
psyched for it.
Nah.
Do you own a PS4?
I do.
Is
Well,
it
then
coming out
that's
on PC?
interesting.
I thought
Eventually.
it was-
It's
Yeah,
coming out
everything is.
eventually, but it's like PS4 first because they had to sell out to PS4 after their offices flooded and they didn't have any money left because the insurance didn't want to pay, so they had to sell out to Sony to get money to finish the game.
Exactly. And basically,
Damn it,
they are-
nature.
the games that are exclusive, made by Sony, they're just wasting their money by not showing up on PC.
Exactly.
They're killing off the opportunities of super amazing
Exclusivity
profits.
is a stupid thing, especially for indie developers. I have made my point now.
Yeah, but even what was I going with that?
If you are an indie developer and you sign an exclusivity agreement with any console developer, then you are officially the stupidest person alive.
Because you can put it on PC and it will sell a lot more because
You
there are
would-
a lot more people on PC.
I can understand signing an agreement saying you wouldn't release on the other console, but always make sure you leave a space for releasing
PC.
on PC and or mobile. Because
Yeah.
really, as an indie developer, you need to release your game on as many platforms as possible. Because the thing is, on a console, half the gamers believe that indie games are inferior somehow, and the other half don't have the money to buy your game.
Yep. And so the prices on those places is just static, or it'll just show up on some Xbox Live Gold membership something.
Yeah,
That
exactly.
they
Your
won't-
game is not
they
going to
won't-
sell, and eventually, it's just going to show up on PS Plus or Xbox Live for free for 1 month, and then everybody gets it and nobody ever buys it again. So, you know.
Exactly. So they're losing the money-making opportunities. But I don't understand why Sony doesn't release Bloodborne or something on PC, because there's money there. Why the
Well,
freaking hell don't
that's
you
fine.
want that?
I mean that's fine. I totally support Sony. The quicker they run out of money, the better.
How are there 48 people
Because-
watching this? 48.
Are you serious?
48.
Yes.
Are
not
you
kidding.
serious right now?
Yes.
Yeah, we are.
48 people watching now. It just says that.
SFD, what did
Nice.
you do?
SFD
Ow.
just signed a contract with the devil.
Yeah,
All of the
who
people.
among us just sold their souls?
I don't know.
Someone
This
did. Someone
Wait,
became
I
the
don't
Ghost
see-
Rider.
Who
I don't
are these
see-
people?
I only see 8 viewers.
It says
It says
48
48
watching now.
here. By the power of Wilhelm.
48 watching now. It definitely
Yeah.
says 48. Welcome,
Mine
everyone.
only says 8.
Hello.
Yeah.
it's
Oh,
a
now
good
it says
thing you
23.
guys missed all that shit.
Now it says
part.
23.
What the heck
What
is
is
going
going
on?
So
Is somebody
23 now.
botting us? Is somebody
23.
botting us?
I think we're being punked.
Well,
What
this
is
is
going on?
interesting.
It's 23 now on mine.
Yeah, it's 23 here.
Yeah, so
Yeah, it's
everybody
23.
Still
knows.
23.
Oh my.
Anyway,
Maybe we should put on an interesting show for these people rather than just saying the
Yes.
number over and over.
See.
yeah, you don't say.
8.
So let's talk about
And in
GTA
silence.
5 again, because I mean, why not?
Okay. So,
Let's talk about the you talk about that stupid argument on place on PC
oh,
Gamer.
well, yeah, I had an argument with a guy in the comment section who was basically saying, you know, well, he asked, why do people even pre-order? And I'm like, well, I don't support pre-ordering myself, but I would understand, you know, to get access to the preload. Maybe some people would pre-order, and that's quite the valid reason. And then he went off on a rant about, nah, but it doesn't even matter because they're gonna patch it and you still need to download. And what I realized is this guy can't do math at all, because he's basically saying it's stupid to want to download the 50 gigs or whatever before the day of release, because on release there's gonna be like a 1 gig patch. So in his mind, 65 equals 1, apparently.
He's
Obviously.
stupid, obviously.
But
Well-
yeah, he's an idiot, so I don't even bother.
So also, if you're in a place where there's like the internet is kind of unstable or something like that, then you can benefit by preloading it before the whole, you know, just the whole ISP shit themselves and just no one.
Or
can
just
download
buy it physically because, you know,
You know,
your
if
internet
you're,
shit.
if you're intelligent, then you'd buy it physically, like me,
Yeah, that.
because it's a freaking gigantic game and it doesn't make any sense to download it if you have a bandwidth cap.
Yeah, that. If you have a bandwidth cap, please move to a first world country, because I live in fucking South Africa and we even have uncapped internet.
Yeah, but
hate
Comcast,
you.
I think it just added up the bandwidth cap. It slowly rolled it in.
This is why you do not end your old contracts with the uncapped. You keep yourself grandfathered in, because fuck them.
Well, Comcast is like the Hitler of internets in America, so that's kind of understandable.
You can't forget Fairpoint up here on the East Coast. It's bad. It's bad.
Around here, if you try and get a plan that has a speed higher than 20 megabits, then you get a cap, but below that, you're fine and you don't get a cap.
I'm pretty
But
sure we
that's
get a cap,
that-
and we don't get anywhere close to that.
That's counterintuitive. I mean, it's like, yeah, so if you have shit slow internet, have all the internet you want. But if you have fast internet, well, you're gonna use that up in a week. Thank you very much.
Yeah, basically. I think that's their plan.
Oh.
I mean, 20 megabits is pretty okay. I mean, if it's unlimited, so.
Yeah, that's the
It's on-
speed I've got. I don't really have any major issues
Can't we
with it.
can't we just all move to Japan where they have 2 gigabit per second uncapped?
That's amazing.
That'd be nice.
Wouldn't we have to learn the language, though?
Yeah, but-
Nah.
Nah, we don't
Google
have to.
Translate's there for a reason.
just have a phone just with you all the time, just on Google Translate. Like you just have this one specific phone for that page.
Yeah,
The
It's the way of the
phone.
future.
The phone of the future translates everything.
I'm pretty sure that there are even like apps that do it for you live, that like record their voice and then translate it.
Well, we've seen what happens when it tries to translate to Afrikaans, or however you say that.
Well, that's because Google is stupid.
But you just said we should use Google Translate for translating people's voices, and
But-
you're a mic, so they might have some kind of, I don't know, they have some lisp or something like that. Let's say, because Google Translate be like, what the hell is this? And then it'll probably end up saying like screw you in some way or something.
Lol, and imagine if Google translates like, what the hell is this, and you think that's what they're actually saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do
So
you know how you screw with someone with over Google Translate?
no.
You literally like write in your own language that they don't understand. This message could not be translated, and then you send it to them and tell them to translate it.
Right.
That's just the
So you
best thing ever.
So you're just being a douchebag, basically.
Yes, because that's fun.
Yes, it is quite fun.
Nah.
So anything else happening in
Depends,
gaming? Because not much happened in gaming except GTA.
Not really much, no, because, well, Bloodborne came out on the PlayStation
PS4.
boxy thingy.
Yeah. It's pretty good apparently. It's like Dark Souls except goth. Wow.
Apparently so.
Whoa.
Oh, and the Titan Souls demo came out on PC. The Titan Souls is fun. I'm gonna get that.
Apparently it isn't as fast as at restarting like, Hotline Miami or something. It's just you have to go through the whole opening section if you die at the first Titan. Down.
Well, yeah. What happens is if you die, you need to run all the way back. But it's like once you kill the guy, like it saves your progress, as in you don't have to kill him
Alright.
again if you die.
Right. So like
call
Dark
it-
Souls, but
But like
They-
I agree. It would have been nicer if they spawned you like outside of the entrance to the place instead of back in the middle. But
yeah.
it's not that long a walk.
But it still would benefit if it, plays it a little bit better, Death,
Yes, it would.
death. And then you
Man,
win,
but-
and then you just
This isn't even like the full game really. They just took, because it was originally a Ludum Dare game, right? So they just took the original prototype and like remade it in the new game's engine
right.
for the demo.
So anything else in gaming, Mortal Kombat X aside, because that is cool, maybe. I think.
We've been over
Yeah.
Mortal Kombat. It's not interesting.
Yeah.
Let me go
Smash.
Google it. Let me Google for game news.
I didn't find anything else.
Let's go to IGN.
You should go to PC Gamer. Actually, it's a lot better. It's not the best, but it's a little bit better.
But it only has PC news. What if we wanted to give news about stuff?
Yes, consoles are stuff.
Stuff.
So news. Samsung announces pricing for a new line of curved monitors.
Oh yes, so those are like $299 each, like $299.
AKA there is no news.
Yes, only tech
Why
news
do people
and
want
science.
curved monitors?
Because immersion.
It's nicer to look at if you're sitting right in front of it, but if you're sitting at any angle to it, it's shit.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
much
like sure you can see it if you keep yourself directly at it, but if you lean to the right or left 1 degree, you can't see shit.
No, you can see it. It won't be just as great, but So it's basically just for monitors.
Man, there's some kind of logic behind it.
Maybe.
What?
There's curvable TVs which are like super expensive, but you can
What?
turn the degree of curvedness and stuff. So when a lot
Like
of people
some of the more expensive curved TVs,
What?
like on your remote, you have like a button to
Yeah.
make it more or less curved.
Yeah. So if you're like a group of people watching it, then you can completely flatten it out so everyone gets a normal, nice experience. But
What?
if like 2 or 3 people are watching it, then you can just curve it in, so everyone gets a superb immersion and stuff. Because your field of view is surrounded by just that. but by a very small degree. It actually works better for monitors because you're sitting really close to monitors, you know. Infinity setup, so that would be fun. Just a curvedness of all.
That's
Is there
for
something you want to say?
No, not much. Nothing. There's no
because-
gaming news.
what is this?
So the 60 FPS trailer was out. Did everyone watch that? Because that was pretty good. The 60 frames.
It was
really good.
it was a pretty boring trailer.
The trailer was boring, but the frame rate was pretty fun. And I think they lowered the settings to like low because it didn't look that great. And I think they did that for like a surprise. You can turn it up to ultra and it looks a lot better on the machines that can run it, you know. Maybe.
So another interesting thing that happened is Good Old Games is experimenting with a new system wherein, like, if you own an old game that they have in the store and it has like a key, you can actually redeem that key on their store.
Yeah, you can redeem the retail CD keys, which wouldn't activate on Steam. They had like their own proprietary thing. You could just reclaim them on GOG and download them again.
Yeah, it's interesting. It's only for a few games now, but hopefully they support more soon.
Yeah.
If this is a success.
I think there's just Stalker games and some Mountain Blades. That's it for now.
Yeah, for now.
See, GOG is just the best thing. They're the best people in the world. And when they release the Galaxy client, I'm just moving to that because it's just one client to rule them all. One client to find them.
One client
Continue.
to bring them all.
And in the darkness bind them. We couldn't resist, could we?
Yeah, but
No.
it's basically that. Except it's not evil. It's just the best. Opposite of evil.
Also, more news. Gabe Newell is a boss in some game.
Yeah, in
Because
some game.
for-
I don't know.
the game is called Crawl. I have no idea what game this is. But
Crawl.
yeah, he is in that game.
Nice.
Cool.
That's quite the title. Is it like horror or something?
Crawl.
Like
No,
horror?
I think it's like a roguelike kind of situation.
Mumble is
Yeah,
being
it's a
really
dungeon
stuttery, right?
crawler.
So let's move to science. Or do we crack open the TV can?
There's not much going on TV either, so you know.
No.
That TV, The Flash and Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Some amazing episodes there.
We've been over this.
It's okay.
I actually like the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. episode a lot better. Because the, seismic bullet deflection was just amazing in that. Spoiler alert. Nothing going on TV. Heathen heretic. Alright.
Well,
That thing is on the
so I just read something that seems pretty fucking cool.
do tell.
Apparently, there's a chance that Banjo Kazooie can be in Super Smash Bros.
That would be
Nah.
amazing.
Because like Microsoft owns it, but like Phil Spencer said it's fine. They would work with Nintendo if they wanted to.
Cool. But I
That
don't
would be
care,
pretty
because-
fucking cool.
because
So,
Nintendo.
guys, Sergio just said in the Mumble chat not to mention that chat, so remember that.
Okay.
Wait, there's
You won't do that,
that
Sergio.
mumble chat.
That was an oxymoron.
Are you talking about the mumble chat in which Sergio is currently saying don't mention this chat? That doesn't
Yes,
exist.
and SFD is saying that we can.
So what you're saying is we can.
We're breaking
we,
the fourth
we
wall.
can, but we can't.
Schrodinger's chat. You can mention it, but you can't at the same time.
Yep.
Low.
So Daredevil is gonna show up April 10th or 12th, because I'm completely in the dark on that. See what I did there?
Oh, also April
You can't
16
see
to 19 we are going to see Star Wars Battlefront in action finally at the Star
Yeah.
Wars celebration thingy.
Yeah, the play testers are gonna be in some places in some America country place, whatever.
But I would assuming we are going to actually see videos and shit on it. And then we can
Yeah,
finally see if it's going to be a shitty Battlefield reskin or if it's actually going to be a good game.
Well, we can't expect anything from EA because, it's EA.
Yep. I do not trust DICE one little bit.
Because they're like literally under the wing of EA. If EA tells them, yeah, release Battlefield 4, and they did that, so it's the buggiest piece of shit. Like, ever.
Well, I mean, it's not like they could just tell their publisher to go shove it.
Yeah, because they are the ones with funding.
Wow.
They can, but then the studio will be scratched.
It's a really dumb business move to tell your publisher to go shove it.
Yeah.
I mean, what would EA do? They kind of rely on that income, so
They'll have to start a YouTube channel for each dev. Yeah, I'm doing this thing. It's boring as hell, but you have to watch it because we need the ad revenue. That wouldn't work. So movies, Avengers: Age of Ultron. That's it. Nothing else.
Yes. Also, Fast and Furious 7 came out yesterday.
Who cares about that? It's boring.
Some people do. I'm not one of them, but hey.
I mean, Age of Ultron is just gonna wreck every box office record in existence.
Insurgent also came out.
Yes,
Sometime.
That's boring. I don't even understand why they keep making those book movies. They're never loyal to the books. I don't read those
Because
books
the
because
kids
they just...
keep watching them, so,
Yeah, but
Yeah.
they are just a waste of money and time.
Also,
Also-
I wouldn't necessarily say Avengers 2 is going to break box office records. It might.
Why not?
I don't
It
know.
will. It most likely will.
We'll see. It feels like there's a lot less hype for it than there was for Avengers 1.
There's a lot more effort because, a lot of stuff has been happening.
But there's less
Yeah, but-
hype.
Effort doesn't
Own-
equal sales.
There's less
Only
hype.
time will tell.
There's less hype because
Only
it's like
time.
it's gonna show
It's
up
bigger on the inside.
most of the world. That's why this was what was I saying? Completely lost time.
I do love it when I get shit before America does.
Yes, it is amazing. You can spoil it for the whole universe. Even
It's like
the
how I
actual.
feel having read the Game of Thrones books.
Yep.
If only Life had a spoiler tag, that'd be nice.
But yeah,
Even-
like Game of Thrones, guys, that's also coming out next week.
Fire, would you like me to tell you what happens?
I
Tell him.
also read the book, Sergio.
Sergio. That's KP.
I mean KP.
Oh, I thought you were the one that hadn't read the books.
No, I have also read the books.
Okay, well,
Six.
do you want to tell everyone else what happens?
Sure, but I don't think the story is going to stick to the books anymore.
I don't even watch that.
Because
show.
even from the trailers you can see it's completely different already.
The only
Yeah,
thing
I
I
honestly
care
hope it doesn't.
the only thing
Yeah,
I
it's
care about
actually a lot of people are complaining about it, but I actually think it's a good thing because then you can have two different stories.
alternate universes.
I hope it because I don't want the next books to be influenced by what can happen in the show, if you know what I mean.
Well, what would happen is, and they have warned us, like, after this season, from the next season on, there will be spoilers for the Winds of Winter. So if you
Yeah.
don't want to be spoiled, you should not watch season 6 and on.
I haven't watched any Game of Thrones past the first season, I think.
Oh, okay.
I really
But
don't enjoy the show.
I sincerely doubt Martin would like change his stuff based on what happens in a TV show.
For all we
Because-
know, he doesn't give a damn.
Oh, KP, did you see they released a bit of an excerpt from The Winds of Winter?
They've released many excerpts from The Winds of Winter, and I'm avoiding
Yeah.
all of them.
But there's a new one.
I'm avoiding all of them.
It's a Elaine chapter.
I'm avoiding all of them. The only chapter I'm interested in seeing is a Jon Snow chapter.
You know nothing.
You know nothing. Oh, you want to know if he's dead or not?
No, I want to know if he's redacted or not.
But I already said it.
Now, what are those? The winter yeti zombie kind of things from the north. I never understood those.
Yeah, they are things that eat
And why
The
babies.
isn't
others are the
any-
White Walkers.
No, but why isn't anyone giving a damn that everything? They're just wiping everything out from north. to south.
Because, okay, let me put it like this, and this is the case for every fantasy like movie or TV series or book series ever. 90% of the people living in that world are freaking retards.
Yes.
Yep.
Because in a book you can do it because book people are already retards half the way.
I mean, I
In
watched all of the Lord of the Rings movies, like in the past week, right? These people are fucking morons. I'm sorry, like really?
It's like the Doraemon paradox. Not the paradox, just the Doraemon phenomenon. They don't know how to use the gadgets as great as we can. They don't have brains.
I mean, even frigging Gandalf, he has all this superpowered magic and he never uses it.
He's
Ever.
saving his mana and stealing the experience. He tells everyone to run, you fools. And then
Like,
he
I
just
mean,
comes alive.
where is your "you shall not pass" magics when the orcs are storming the freaking gate?
You shall not freaking pass.
You shall now pay us. Texas.
I did not use an American accent for that. You are lying.
You shall pass, shall elect $4.
400.
Speaking
How
of
does it become 400?
speaking of fantasy,
It's
the
inflation.
speaking of something that is fantasy, the non-fantasy game Kingdom Come Deliverance got pushed back to 2016 because mostly hardware right now can't run it, and it's really freaking huge.
I think that game is going to fall so flat.
Now, I think it's gonna pretty much ruin because it's non-fantasy RPG in the medieval times, and it's in the Cry engine, so the
Don't
What
get me wrong,
is
I
this?
think it's an amazing idea, and I would love to play it, but I think it is going to fall so flat.
What game is this? And
Kingdom
why
Kingdom
haven't I
Come
Deliverance.
heard of it?
Deliverance.
I'm googling this right now. Excuse me.
I don't think
All-
it's going to be able to live up to the promises and the hype.
I think it will, but I'm not hyped for it. I'm just saying it just got pushed back, and there was a joke in the comments for that announcement. The kingdom couldn't come sooner because the deliverance was slow, something like that. So that's fun. So nothing else in gaming. Let's move to science.
That is a game in which you fight guys, but without magic, because who likes fun?
But magic just makes it.
What is this thing you call fun?
Samey.
Magic
I like-
just makes it the same medieval game every other game has ever done.
Exactly.
And without magic, just makes it boring.
Yeah.
I disagree. I think Mountain Blade and Chivalry
Yeah,
were
yeah.
very fun.
Yep, they were pretty awesome.
Yeah, but those aren't RPGs.
Yes, they are.
Mountain Blade is an
Chivalry
RPG.
is
isn't.
not an RPG.
Chivalry
One-
isn't, but Mountain Blade is.
Chivalry is basically Call of Duty with swords.
It's Counter-Strike Global Offensive with swords. To be more precise.
Yeah, but Mountain Blade is an RPG.
it's quite good
Well,
one as well.
isn't it? It's like a demi RPG. It's more like a strategy, also, isn't it?
So this is basically trying to do what Mountain Blade did, but in ultra detail, basically. And
We shall see.
But it
shall
looks
see.
quite amazing. The
I'm
graphics
hyped
looks.
for it, but I'm also worried that it's just gonna be crap.
I just
There's always-
cautious,
Oh,
optimistic
this is the thing
cautious.
that was kickstarted. How much money did it get?
Which thing?
Kingdom Come.
I don't know. It's been a while since that.
Oh, it was a Kickstarter thing?
Yeah, it was. I'm gonna see
It-
how much money it got.
It got £1 million.
I mean, that's not
5.
that much. It's okay.
7.
I mean, the forest. If you stand in the forest in the game, and you just look up at the trees, it looks like a real forest just put into the game. It's that good.
Yeah, I
Use the CryEngine.
sincerely doubt the CryEngine has that kind of power.
Yeah, I saw that. It does. The CryEngine is basically forest,
But
forest,
did you see
forest.
it live, or did you see it in a screenshot?
I saw it in our gameplay footage. I downloaded that and then I put that.
I don't trust it. I will want to see gameplay footage from a non-developer computer.
But that's me 16, so yeah.
Nah.
We already have a lot of games. GTA 5.
So, yeah, Witcher 3 is coming out in May. That's the only
That's
RPG
fun.
I currently care about.
I never played the first or the second ones. I have the second one even on GOG because the reclaiming thing was that for that as well. But I never played it because
Just play it, it's good.
it's 18 gigabytes. I'll play it on my new rig. I have literally no space in this one.
But delete some old shit.
I don't have small shit that is deletable. Everything has to be saved and thrown onto that one, and then this has to be, sent to Florida for retirement or into the ground, whatever. I don't care.
Okay then.
So let's start science because that's the only thing left that we have. to think about.
Science.
Science.
I would like to introduce you to this science machine I have access to.
What?
Science.
It's like
I am a
science.
professional sciencer.
Yes.
I am like the best sciencer in the universe.
So-
You have to
so,
appreciate me.
Can someone please introduce me to some science machines?
It's
I have a
bigger
very
on the
particular
inside.
set of skills.
Does this include science?
Yes, this very particular set of skills does include science.
That's good. Science
some-
is apparently important.
A huge amount of stuff happened in science. Graphene is gonna show up actually consumer grade hardware this year in light bulbs.
But you know when something happens in science, it doesn't really happen before like the next 5 years. It's like, yeah, we made the discovery. It's like, okay, tell me in 10 years when the big discovery actually means something to me.
No, but
Yeah.
this one actually means something this year.
But we don't want graphene light bulbs. We want graphene fucking computers and stuff.
Yes.
Yeah, but the people aren't really well versed with that, The industry isn't really perfect at that. Because I think they'll launch those carbon nanotubes graphene computer chips when the power level of the chips of the graphene, like they reduce the process size to like, the power level of these silicon ones. So it'll take some time. I think
I
they're
want a
just
graphene airplane.
developing it in the background until these silicon and the other one, gallium indium arsenide something, that is run out, and then the carbon nanotube.
So what does graphene light bulbs do that normal light bulbs do not?
It's super efficient, cheaper, longer lasting, and even
But-
uses 10% less energy than even the best LEDs. Now this
He
isn't
said
like
totally not
but-
just
but-
reading from the article.
But
Yes, I'm totally not.
xenon gas light bulbs are also efficient.
yeah, but these are even more efficient because graphene invents the rules of science now. Did you know that dragging a drop of seawater across a strip of graphene generates electricity? No one knew. They just tried that for no bloody reason. And yeah, graphene is telling science what to make a rule for it. It is just having complete control now.
Apparently graphene can be magnetized, which makes no sense because magnets don't work like that.
They also can bend, I guess.
Yeah, but you don't know graphene. It bends all the rules. Did you think like dragging a drop of seawater across iron would generate electricity? No, it would make the iron rust. But we didn't know that
Bendable light
graphene.
bulbs. That'd be cool.
That'd be awesome. Bend it like into a 90 degrees and poke it down a corner. You can't really. It bends the rules. Rim shot. Wow. Great joke.
So
Apparently the company's name
Graphene is magic, Sergio.
it is magic, yes. Mostly magic. But we are deciphering it and turning it sciencey. Skins.
So, these graphene light bulbs,
They're gonna be
are they
produced
going
by
to be super expensive?
no, sold less than for less than $20 apparently. And
But $20
also,
for a
$20
light bulb
for a
is
light
fucking
bulb?
expensive. That's fucking
I
expensive.
think that's a strip of them or something because they're kind of like LEDs but bulbs, but LEDs.
But
So,
LEDs
a
aren't
pack of them,
bulbs.
These are
They pack like
more
6 of them like
efficient
that.
than the LEDs, and they're being produced by a company called Graphene Lighting. No really great naming things there, so that's good.
So, graphene, guys. I mean, yay.
But also, you could
I think it sounds good.
use graphene is like the weirdest thing. You could use it to filter hydrogen fuel out of thin air, like, and hydrogen fuel is like the most weirdest kind of fuel thing because if you use the hydrogen fuel reactor thing, it's very inefficient. Graphene can do that, and it could apparently make a million-fold increase in hard drive storage.
Yes,
That's good.
apparently so, because
And
things.
this isn't that. And even if this isn't like, you know, oh, this is this doesn't make much of a difference to my electricity bills, but it makes 10% of difference, and LEDs are already quite efficient. So if this will make a difference in the long run, but this is a stepping stone to producing graphene in bulk, which we need to make like graphene clothes and stuff, if we can.
Graphene clothes. Why would you want
it was-
graphene
that
clothes?
sounds like
I
a good
want
idea.
graphene clothes.
Yeah, it
Well,
could
what if-
it could charge your phone because it's
What
a solar
if you
panel.
like have salt water dumped on you for some unknown reason?
I want a
would happen then?
graphene
Generate
hat.
electricity.
Then you're just going to shock.
Yeah. You literally just
No.
go shop.
I think it's gonna have like an insulated layer between you and the graphene itself, and it's gonna have
But
like a
how-
cable
how
for
Then it's
Or
not
charging
graphene
phones.
clothes anymore.
How heavy would this be then?
No, it would be quite light actually, and really strong.
How expensive would a graphene t-shirt be?
When
Probably
if you can
stupidly
produce
expensive.
it, I mean, if
It's
you
like,
can
yeah,
produce-
so
Like,
if you want to pay $100 for a t-shirt, graphene is the way to go.
Well,
Yeah,
I mean,
but-
you have like Aeropostale and stuff. I mean,
you
that
have
costs quite a
Kanye
lot
West
anyways.
selling like a plain white T-shirt for $150. A graphene T-shirt would be actually a lot more useful because you can charge your phone.
I have never paid more than like $1 for a t-shirt.
I could just see someone just like sticking their phone onto their chest, like, I am charging my phone. Please give me a second.
While it's charging, you keep it in your coat pocket and it gets charged.
So is
The
there
future.
any other science that isn't light bulbs?
Yeah, there's another
Science.
science which is why not be Iron Man?
Oh my god, graphite
Because
clothes,
that'd be
you can
amazing.
totally be Iron
Yeah.
Man.
Yep, that's what I thought. But it isn't shock absorbent though, so you need some padding. But graphene is already quite light.
But it can
So-
provide the power,
Science.
just...
Yep, and you can make since it is super light and really strong, you can make spaceships out of it and stuff. And the whole surface of the spaceship will be solar
Spaceship.
panel, so you can absorb the sun's energy. And
And
vampire-
science.
the graphene is just basically the most exciting thing in science. Apart from this, wherein a 1,000-year-old onion and garlic eye salve, which is, for eye dropping and killing eye infections, is a lot more effective at killing antibiotic resistant bugs than even our modern antibiotics. So that's fun.
Oh, that's sad, honestly.
Wait,
That's kind of-
what is this that does this?
See, it's a 1,000-year-old recipe of an onion and garlic remedy, which it was originally made for just clearing up eye infections. It is a lot better than our modern antibiotics, again, like antibiotic
So what you're saying
resistance drugs.
is, next time I go to the doctor, he's gonna prescribe me 1 onion and
No,
2
no.
garlics.
Yes. A bit of water mixed together. boil
No.
it.
He's
No
also,
water,
he's also going to say that you need to paint yourself green and live in the swamp.
Yes.
Yes.
You need actually even
Also,
the recipe.
you need a donkey pet.
You need
Who needs donkeys?
the recipe was actually in
6.
some which language was that? Something. Yeah, I forgot the language. It was something
just-
really ancient and stuff.
I just love how like your train of concentration just kind of just started going off the rails for a second there because of SFD's wonderful Wilhelm scream. That's 7.
SFT, would you stop?
That is hurting my ears.
We're being flooded by Wilhelms.
The BBC.
Hello?
Glastonbury.
What just happened?
What?
So, Suit, we heard absolutely fuck all what you just said.
That
You
was-
completely zoned out. I believe you
I think-
released your push to talk button.
Oh, right. So
That was... Continue.
the BBC translated the recipe, which you can just find here. 25 milliliters of English wine taken from a vineyard near Glastonbury. You
But
can just
does it
take
have to
normal-
be English wine?
Yeah,
What
of
about
course.
American
It has-
wine,
it has
French
to
wine,
speak-
South
it has-
African wine, Australian wine, and Indian wine?
South Africa.
Alcohol.
It has
We
to
have a
speak
lot
in
of
a
good
British
wine, man.
accent.
What
please.
about toilet wine? Has anyone stopped to
Toilet
consider
wine.
toilet wine?
Toilet
No.
wine.
No one considers toilet wine. Also, you need bovine salts in distilled water, and then keep it chilled for 9 days at 4 degrees Celsius before you strain it through a cloth to remove the particulates. And you can use that against antibiotic-resistant bugs because the
But this
the-
does
but
not
the-
include onions and garlic.
it does at the start of it. I said that. I thought you heard that one, and the second one I zoned out. The first one was
No,
like
we heard
equal
nothing. We
amounts
heard,
of-
we heard so the BBC.
So the BBC, okay. So equal amounts of garlic and other onions or leeks, and which are finely chopped and crushed in a mortar for 2 minutes. That's the recipe of the first. That was the first line.
That seems disgusting.
It's not. Imagine people. They were putting this in their eyes. Yeah, things got really quiet for my headphones
But-
as well.
Both onions and
Yes,
garlic
it did.
burn your eyes. Why would you put that inside of your eye?
They did
It's the
that
Because-
final
1,000
step
years
to
ago.
becoming Shrek.
They did that 1,000 years ago. No anymore.
Was this to protect your eyes against vampire attacks?
No, it was
course.
some eye infections for clearing those up. And since it was not found for 1,000 years, so it's a lot more effective than our antibiotics because the superbugs are resistant to our current antibiotics. So this is kind of a new weapon which we can use.
Sue is actually completely lying. Fire is actually correct.
What?
What?
Long break lined up. Okay. How's that?
Fire is actually correct. Suit's whole explanation of this whole thing is actually incorrect. It is actually mainly to be used against vampires.
Ah, yes,
Congratulations, Fire.
because we all know vampires have a strong eye fetish, and your eyes specifically need to be
Yes.
protected against them.
Yeah, they drink
Yes,
blood out of your
specifically
eyes.
eyes.
The blood moon. If you look at the blood moon's color infuses blood into your eyes, and they then bite your eyes and suck that blood out. And it's
Yeah.
very
Yep.
nutritious for them. Yes.
Yeah.
And
I
that
still can't
is
see the
where the
language.
modern day teenager culture of eyeball licking comes from.
Oh, it was translated from.
It's because
ancient...
of the built-in genes of vampirism within inside all of the Generation Xers.
Eyeball licking is a thing?
What?
But does this explain eye tattoos as well?
No, it
Yes,
doesn't.
of course
Those
it does.
exist too? What is no?
Because obviously, on the tip of every eyeball tattoo machine, there lives a eye vampire.
Yeah, fire is just basically out of words. He didn't say. Also, this it was translated from ancient Anglo-Saxon, apparently. That's fun.
What the fuck is an Anglo-Saxon?
That's
I don't know.
ask Sergio.
It's
He
a
knows
saxophone
It's
player from
Anglo.
Anglo?
an area where you came up with angles,
Yes.
where geometry
But-
was invented.
But if you put Anglo in front of something, that means it's like from British land, right? Or
Yeah.
from America
No,
or
it's
something.
well, I guess maybe they invented geometry in England. I don't know.
Like
No,
when
they
you say
didn't.
Anglo, what's the word?
Anglo-Saxon is, I think it's something Germany-ish place.
No, but
somewhere
like-
like that.
Anglo is a like.
So-
Ask
talking about
Sergio.
it
He knows
earlier.
that.
No,
He knows that history thing.
Anglo-Saxon is saxophone players from where they invented geometry. I don't know how much clearer I can make this.
So
Har,
Nova Scotia?
har. There is one other viewer than us, Mebzo, apparently.
Yeah.
Yeah,
There's just 5
Oh,
viewers
no.
this time.
Anglo
Crap.
is a prefix indicating a relationship to the Angles, England, the English people, or the English language.
The English language, of course. It's near Germany. The
Sergio was
language
quite
was
mad at us.
a really ancient Germanic language. I don't know why
The
you said it.
Anglo-Saxons were a people who inhabited Great Britain from the 5th century.
I'm not reading, Sergio.
I'm reading Sergio's, and he's just saying it's British people, and apparently we're uncontrolled. Screw it.
You can't even
We're
get my
science, damn it.
insult right.
When is the
No, I
break
can't-
I think it's
The
break
break is
now. So
Break time.
There's just 5 viewers.
No.
48, then
No.
23, and
No,
then
no.
14, then just 5. Normally we're at 7 or 8.
We chased them all away.
5. Yes, we did.
I am not reading.
I blame Sergio.
Sergio is just like, I don't even have the article open anymore.
No.
So I have to
No,
paraphrase that?
no.
Okay.
No.
So a
No.
1,000-year-old leek and anti-vampire drug kills antibiotic-resistant bugs. Okay. Yeah, Sergio wants me to paraphrase everything.
No.
And
Is it break?
to fire. Oh god, that was loud.
Is it
That was
currently
bad.
break?
I am checking the stream right now.
But the stream is like 30 seconds behind.
And also,
It'll catch up at one point.
everything became really quiet.
SFD is
Let me
informing us
pull
to stop the talking, so we'll do that thing.
Okay, I guess it's time for a break.
Now back to Procrastination Radio, where we forgot to prepare content again.
Hey, and we are back. Welcome to the second half of Procrastination Radio. All the same people are still here.
Yes, no one died.
No, I left.
Unlike last time.
I'm dead. I'm dead
Unlike
on the inside.
last time.
Mm.
Unlike the first episode. Where Cammy
Or-
got irradiated.
by the way,
Yep.
glowing commie t-shirts are still in stock.
All t-shirts are still in stock because apparently you guys don't buy shit.
Yeah. It's like we're making these for no reason.
We
I think
have
the
a
lack of a shop
stingy
might be
audience.
impacting our sales.
Well,
Possibly.
sales.
I think the radiation poisoning killed all our potential customers.
Yeah. That was some military grade uranium.
Speaking of which,
Buy our toys!
I have-
Buy harder!
yes,
Yes, I did indeed.
that was beautiful. Oh, and he made a pun. SFD made a pun. Good job, SFD.
This is all very funny. So, do any of you guys play Hearthstone?
I did.
No.
Because
tried
the
it.
new adventure expansion thingy is out.
Nah.
Ooh.
I
Black
don't
Rock
understand the appeal
Mountain.
though. I tried it
It's-
and I didn't get the hype. It's like cards. What the bloody hell am I supposed to do with that?
I enjoy it. It's pretty damn fun.
I'd much rather play Tropical 4 instead of that. And I just started playing that yesterday. Till 4 a.m.
I enjoy the adventures they put in with like the because that's single player stuff. So yeah.
So, Fire, did you read that thing? The Avengers, the movie, led to the rise of Kingpin in Hell's Kitchen.
I did not read that. What?
It's the shared universe thing. Because since everyone was fighting the aliens, they didn't care about the crime as much for like a few days or something. And the mob got hold of the Hell's Kitchen place, and that's how Kingpin became Kingpin.
Who is Kingpin?
You don't know who's Kingpin? Seriously.
I
I am
have
Kingpin.
absolutely no idea who Kingpin is.
I was about to say.
How can you watch Daredevil if you don't know who Kingpin is? Kingpin is like that one bad guy who's in every Spider-Man show.
Well,
The 1994
I
one.
suppose they need to introduce him in Daredevil because most
See, even
people will not
SFD
know who
knows
he
him,
is.
Wilson Fisk. Shame on thee, Fire. You call
Most-
yourself a comic book show watcher person?
I do not call myself that at all.
Yes, you do.
Did Dapper has announced that he's watching, so hello, Dapper.
Hello.
Hello there.
Hello there.
Welcome to the stream.
Oh God, no!
Are we
I
going
don't
to
like where
become?
this is going.
Are we going to become an ASMR stream? Can we
No,
turn the
please
anarchist?
Oh, my lovelies.
Can we turn the anarchist corner into an ASMR corner?
Can we
That'd be
not?
fun.
How about
Can
no?
can we just not do that?
Hey guys, welcome back
Oh, okay.
to
Welcome,
Fire
Sergio. You've been here the whole
ASMR.
time.
It's bigger on the inside.
Go
So,
die, SFD. Go die.
Speaking of
I'm done with you,
silent
SFD.
things, very
I'm going
quiet
to scratch a paper now. Can you hear me scratching the paper?
Stop.
Can't you just-
Hey guys,
Can
I'm
you-
going to crinkle this wrapper now.
Okay.
I'm just gonna flick my mic now.
I'm going to rub my mic. Can you hear that? Do you feel the tingles?
I will tap my mic
No, I don't
centrally
actually.
with a
I don't hear
popsicle
anything.
stick.
So let's talk about something
I'm
which is
going
very
to hit
imminent.
my mic with time.
Let's talk about something that's imminent and very important. KP, how many postulates did you change in the foot eatage
I
scenario?
didn't change any, I just stipulated some to create them.
You added some. You didn't edit the previous one, but you just added some.
Yeah.
So he will eat his foot if the game just runs. If it doesn't crash, then that classifies it runs, and he has to eat
It
his
has to be moving at least 2 FPS for 10 seconds. That's
Okay.
what we decided to come up with.
Okay.
And it
that
has to
should
run
be
on
pretty
the
easy.
first go without any updates.
But KP, does this need to be a cutscene that runs or actual gameplay?
Actual game.
Can it comprise
Oh.
of both? Or just one? But you have to start
KP,
from
do
cutscene, right?
menus count as gameplay for you?
No, menus do not count.
Damn it.
In before
Why would
menu
they?
60 frames per second.
And also, you need to set all the settings to lowest.
No,
Yes,
no,
640
whatever
by
it boots at.
480.
Whatever it boots at.
You can't want it to run with whatever it boots at.
Yeah, that's just a rough estimate of crap
Whatever
hardware.
it boots at is what I'll run it at.
No, 640 by 480.
You won't be able to run it.
That's the
You'll
point,
run it at the
Brad.
resolutions of a phone. That's 640 by 480 or something.
Yes. Run it at 360p.
Yes. In before he just says, I won't eat my food because, I won't eat my food.
I'm going to eat my foot if it runs, but I know it won't run.
Footage
Well,
will
if
insert.
you lower
And
down
if
the
it does
graphics,
run, then
yeah,
eating
it
my
probably
foot
will.
will be a small price to pay.
AKP,
No, but even if it runs, KP
Which
has to
was
eat his
the-
foot and then
which
he
one-
won't be able to run.
which was the other thing that you said you would eat your foot for?
I don't remember, actually.
How can you forget something you traded your foot for?
I didn't
You
trade
wagered
it,
your
I
foot
wagered it.
Yes, I meant that.
Oh no, someone go fishing through the last week's episode.
Yeah, go do that. I'm not gonna do that.
I'm not
Speaking
gonna
of
do
going
that.
to fish, astronaut Scott Kelly is going to drink 730 liters of his own sweat and urine during his year in space on the space station.
What does that have to do with trying to fish?
Fishing involves water. This is water.
You make very weird connections inside of your head.
But it is
So-
connected.
Sue
It's
is
not
king
directly
of
connected.
Segway.
Yes, I'm king of segways.
Best segue ever. Speaking of fishing, this guy's going to drink his own sweat.
Yeah, because fishing involves putting something in water. This involves putting water in yourself. Ta-da! See, everything is connected.
Where is it? That's like saying, "Hey guys, so you know how I was driving in my car last week? Well, my car is in the universe. The universe has hydrogen. So did you know connected to this is hydrogen is a thing?"
Yeah.
Hydrogen was the first thing that ever existed.
No.
The helium, I think, then.
No. The first thing that existed was nothing, apparently.
That was just the Big Bang. That was not nothing. That was everything in a crunch, which then exploded.
Like the smallest thing.
But what was there before the crunch?
Another universe.
Everything
maybe.
in the tiniest thing.
At some point, but how did the tiniest thing form?
Because of another universe becoming crunched.
But how did the other universe form? At some point, it had to start from nothing.
No, it didn't.
Alternate
It
universe?
can't start from nothing.
I don't know. I tried to
But
go
if
somewhere
it
with that.
doesn't start
First
from
law of
nothing, how does it
thermodynamics.
start? If it
First law of
doesn't,
thermodynamics. Energy
but
is neither created nor destroyed. It's always there.
but if it
was
doesn't
just
start from
converted.
nothing, how does it start?
Ask a, what was the
A
word for that?
physicist?
Not a physicist, no,
Even they don't know. Like
not the physicist, I'm talking about something else now.
Like- there's only two possible scenarios, and
Astronomers?
the first one is the universe is infinite, and the second one is that if the universe is not infinite, then it must be possible to create matter out of nothing.
It's not possible to create matter from nothing.
But then
It
the
is
universe is infinite.
Even if it is
It actually
infinite,
isn't.
it's not infinite. It's just
It's
extending.
so it actually isn't infinite.
But
It'll stop
but-
extending once.
Like-
Or it might just be, this is our little bubble. Up, at the side there's more universes, parallel, multiverse, And I
But
would love if that happened.
my point is, if never mind.
Fire forgot his
I
point.
think fire has been defeated.
No, I remember my
Time doesn't
point. I remember my point. It's just a useless point because how the universe started doesn't really matter, and how it's going to end doesn't really matter, because both of those things are billions of and trillions of years away from where we are now. So it matters absolutely fuck all.
So wasting your energy discussing those is useless.
Fire logic.
Speaking of
That
not
was-
useless energy, a city in Texas is about to switch to 100% renewable energy.
There's a problem with that though, because the city here in Vermont, Burlington, they've already done that. We're way ahead of the whole nation, so
I'm not
So,
saying that. That's the only city in the whole universe doing
I
that.
disagree with
saying
this
the
point
city
of
is
right.
100. I disagree with this point of 100% renewable.
How?
Because let's say they're using solar panels and wind turbines, which is the two renewable things. What happens when the wind turbine breaks and they need to build a new one out of non-renewable energy? Then it's not 100% renewable anymore.
But don't you think there's other wind turbines? They're not just running the whole city off of one turbine.
But
It's
but
not
what
Animal
if they
Farm.
break? My point is, if it breaks, they need to build a new one.
But still, the whole city will still be powered by renewable energy. That's the point here. It's not what is powering the broken wind turbines, and wind turbines don't just break. It's not GTA 5, where you just drive a helicopter into that. And it
So what you're saying is, in the case of a total blackout, they can get all their systems up and running again without burning one droplet of fuel.
Yes, 100% renewable.
computers
Wind doesn't stop.
to
How
other
do
places.
Okay, but how do they get like the solar panels up and running again?
Solar
They need
panels
to
up and
jumpstart
solar
the
panels
system.
don't die. Solar panels don't die. They're immortal. They're made out of god powers and bosons and stuff. Speaking of bosons and stuff, this isn't even
It's also
the
powered
thing that
solar
happened.
batteries, so.
Speaking of the thing that happened, the Large Hadron Collider is gonna get a lot more power to find new particles and stuff. So it might release this speed force, and that may
But
become the Flash.
we spoke about this last week, didn't we?
Yeah, I know. That's why I said it isn't a topic. It can happen. I'm reiterating that I might become the Flash.
You will not.
How can you know? You can't know.
You will more probably die of radiation poisoning or being sucked into a black hole.
Nah. If I die getting sucked into a black hole, the whole Earth dies. So, it's not really much of a problem since everyone else is dying. Okay, sure, whatever.
But
I don't
still,
mind. But everyone dies, so that's not really much of a thing. And you don't get radiation from a lightning strike. But
No,
it
you
goes
just
through your
get-
face
you
like
just
that guy. Yeah.
Thousands
Last
of
week.
but
volts through you. So.
yeah, stuff, games.
Stuff. Things. Yes. I don't understand why pretty much every place in the world doesn't do that instantaneously, but let's just give them some time. The trend is catching on, so renewable for the way.
But
Yep.
but what if
Yeah,
it's
if-
cloudy? But what if it's like cloudy for a whole day and there's no wind? Then they won't have power for
That
like a
doesn't
day.
happen.
Well-
That won't happen.
Fire. In Burlington, which runs off of 100% clean energy, they consider like wood chips as renewable because it's trees. Cut down trees, you replant the trees. A little while later, trees regrow. You cut them down again. So it's considered
Yeah.
renewable apparently.
Yeah.
So I mean, that is pretty much you will always have power because it doesn't depend on the sun. It doesn't depend on the wind.
But how do you light the wood chips?
You don't need fuel to light the fuel.
Yeah.
You need
can literally
matchsticks.
just yeah.
Methane from
Matchsticks
farm
are
animals.
fuel.
Yeah.
Like
The methane is
Or you can use
another
electricity.
good idea for renewable energies because you can use your garbage dumps and just bury them completely and have like a pipe going into the ground. And I think a place even does that
Yeah,
in
collecting
Sweden
methane.
or something. A pipe goes into the ground, and when methane is formed
Gets
from
methane.
that whole thing rotting, they use that to power the city.
So what you're saying is they power the city by burning.
Not burning.
Cow
They just
shit.
power they power the city by the garbage produced by the city. And the garbage produced like 20 years ago is still powering it. So
But
that's
you need
quite
to
nice.
you need to burn methane to convert it into electricity.
no.
No,
Does
you can burn it, but you don't need like a fuel because fuel is the methane. If you're
But-
gonna
but you-
consider a matchstick as a non-renewable resource, then just
you need to burn the methane, don't you? And that
yeah,
still
burning the
puts-
methane to turn the steam turbines. I still don't understand
and-
why
and-
everyone fuel is the
and-
methane. Yeah,
And then that still puts like bad stuff into the atmosphere, does it not?
I don't think so.
No, not as
Because-
much as coal and
What is the byproduct you get when you burn methane? Isn't it like CO2 or some shit?
I don't
Yeah,
know.
but we breathe.
I think
CO2,
it's
so,
H2O
I mean,
mostly.
if you want to go on that point, then you might as well say
You don't
air pollution
breathe
just by
CO2.
breathing.
We breathe
Yes,
out
you do.
CO2.
We breathe
I
out
think you
CO2.
guys, I think you guys are looking at this the wrong way. What we need to do is we just need to go back to good old manpower and have people just pushing wheels all the time for energy.
Yeah. That
In
sounds
before
like a
KP's
totally,
universe becomes Hitler.
totally
Can't
good
we
idea
just
that society
nuclear,
will
guys?
obviously agree with.
Guys, can't we
'Cause-
just
There's no cheaper power than slave power.
Um,
No, there's
Oh.
cheaper power, but it's found in China.
Oh, okay, we're going there now. And fire? Yeah, it'd be nice if we could go all nuclear, but the problem with that is, hey, you would end up creating so much radioactive waste. Where would you put it? And also,
but here's the
like,
But you
thing,
can-
like
the
they're
thing-
developing new nuclear reactors that use the waste from the old nuclear reactors. So like, you could do that.
More efficient reactors, you mean?
well, yeah, but then you
No,
also
like-
have the
And
people-
also you
need
those-
quite a
those
huge
group of
amount of
people that are
space.
just like,
Because fast fission reactors run off like depleted uranium, which
Yeah.
is the waste that comes out of normal fission reactors.
true.
We need
But like
fusion
then you just have
reactors
this
too.
group of people that just like, it's nuclear power. We're all gonna die because it's gonna melt down and blow up.
No,
And
These
actually,
people
yeah,
need to be
people in-
punched in the face.
Also, they
I
need
agree,
a
but-
place like away from the actual city, since if the nuclear reactor falls out, just it shouldn't wipe the city
We-
completely.
We used to have a nuclear power plant in southern Vermont, but then they shut it down because people were complaining about it. Because it's
People are
nuclear power, it's
idiots.
going to leak. I mean, it was old, so it needed to be replaced in the first place.
I mean, it's
But just people were
unlikely
like,
because
for like 40 years, people were like, "Oh, we don't want this." But it's like half of the state of Vermont is being powered by this.
Can
they
we
want to
like
get rid of it
can we,
because
like-
it's nuclear.
can we like please explain to these people that nuclear power causes less fatalities than any of the other powers?
That's true.
Yeah.
But solar power doesn't cause fatalities.
No,
Unless
like
it's
How
like
many die by
if,
solar power?
if you go look at that list, more people have died from wind turbines and solar power than have died from nuclear
How
power.
have they
How
died
can
from
someone
solar
die
power?
from a
Speaking-
solar panel?
A solar
Speaking
panel
of-
just came to
I
life
don't know.
and beat a person to death? Like a fatality.
They're probably blinded or burned or something like that.
Yeah, they probably got burned or something from a reflection. Or like,
But it's on the
Yeah.
top of the roofs. And, you know...
No. I think it's like on like one of those major ones, like in the middle of
Like
a
I
field or
think
something
it's
like
just
that had, like,
the solar
thousands
panel
of solar
heating up
panels.
and that caused a fire. I think that's the real
Yeah.
thing.
wasn't there like one of those big solar farms in, I think
Somewhere Midwest.
In
near
Saudi
Las
Ar-
Vegas that
in-
like almost caused the plane crash because the reflection blinded
Yeah.
the
Yeah, 'cause it's
pilot.
blinded.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's in the desert, so it will create a pretty powerful reflection, not revolution.
And
But
But then you also have
and
wind
yeah, from
turbines.
wind power, I would assume it's like someone that fell off the thing while fixing the turbine.
I think it's
Either
more
that-
likely the
either that
wind
Solar
turbine.
panel deaths. Solar panels deaths are apparently usually from falling while they're being installed.
Oh.
That's just
Oh,
human
okay.
clumsiness. That doesn't count.
It does count.
No, it doesn't.
No, that's the
but, like, with
that's
wind
the
power, it could be
installation,
just,
and
like-
it's not the solar panel that's killing them.
Exactly.
But they still counted as a death from renewable energy.
That isn't still. But that's just a
Stupid.
lie. That's ludicrous.
Also,
But, like,
That's like-
people.
That's
Also
like
wind
saying
turbines,
you
like- yeah.
That's like saying you drove a helicopter into a wind farm and the wind turbine hit your helicopter and exploded it, and yeah, the renewable energy killed me.
But
I
with
respawn, though.
wind power, it could also have like the blades. Like if there's this one time when somewhere in Europe, one of the wind turbines caught on fire and the propellers ended up breaking and just flying everywhere. So you could have the chance of somebody getting hit by the debris.
But we don't use wooden wind turbines. We should use graphene ones.
This is
though.
metal. Yeah,
Oh,
graphene.
right.
They would
But
bend,
they should
though.
use
They'd just bend and
graphene
they'd be
ones.
flimsy.
No,
They'd
but
be strong, but
graphene
they'd be
is
like bendy.
yeah, but they won't break. So they will also be solar panel compatible and more efficient than any solar panel tech we have right now. So
I think we should just make
How about we
graphene
just
everything.
make everything? Yeah.
everything has to
Exactly.
be graphene.
Computer screen.
Oh,
that's
how's
graphene now.
that graphene pizza today? That was pretty good. How was that graphene Putin? That was pretty good.
The graphene, you can produce graphene out of your, burnt ashes, carbon, basically.
You can
If you want
also
You can
They can
become a
make-
light bulb.
you can make graphene in a computer's DVD drive.
Yeah, by melting graphite or something. A layer of graphite gets burned onto the DVD, right, to some magic voodoo
Yeah.
stuff. That was the actual original way of producing graphene.
No,
and that was
the
just
original
incredible.
way was like taking coal and
No,
then
no, no.
taking like sellotape and pulling layers off.
No, that was a block of graphite and just duct tape and just ripping it off of that.
Yeah,
That was
yeah.
the first way it was discovered, but the original way they actually produced, like mass produced, quote unquote, that was in DVD drives. And now I think there's a more effective way, but we aren't like, kilograms of graphene by some simple process like we do with aluminium. It's going to take some time for that. Right now it'll be very expensive, more expensive than gold. And then
So apparently
it's
all
cheap.
the people that died from wind power have been in China.
because it's Chinese, they don't have
I believe that there are no wind power deaths anywhere else.
Nah, I was lying. But like out of the 12 deaths, 8 were from China.
so mostly China. We can just say all of China died due to wind power.
And this happened because the turbine malfunctioned and then the blades fell to earth and fell on people.
So really,
Yeah,
what you're
same.
saying
Like what I
is,
was
if the
saying.
U.S. wants to go to war with China, what they need to do is they need to help them set up a lot of turbines.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, and then it
Like
like
just,
And
always
fully
went
quality
just
everywhere.
offer
control.
it, calling it foreign relief, and they'll just tear themselves apart from the inside.
Yes, and basically it will rain shards of wind turbines, and that would be just super gruesome. like ripping a person through from like the top to
Local
bottom.
Chinese man died today as a wind turbine blade crushed him.
A local Chinese man died today due to a wind turbine slitting him in half, like a
Oh
Tom and
god.
Jerry cartoon.
Oh no.
That is a lot more likely though. Or it might just,
Yes.
completely pierce his skull and just brains everywhere.
I'm just thinking
That
of
is
the
also-
whole blade itself just flattening him.
Yeah, that is a lot less gruesome, but unlikely as well because it'll fall vertically, not horizontal.
Just getting impaled by just a ginormous blade. Seems legit.
Lim Sajid. Also, burger patties, which were grown in labs, they've originally cost $325,000. Now it is $11.636. So yeah,
Nice.
lab grown Krabby Patties. Krabby Patties. Yes, we can actually invent that then.
So if you can grow meat inside of a lab, does this mean that meat is now a renewable resource?
It doesn't mean anything that can be grown in a lab is a renewable resource. It's just wind never runs out. You can't run out of wind. You can't run out of ocean waves. You can't run out of sunlight unless like you count like billions of years. Then you can't
Well,
run out of
I mean, like, you can run out of like wind when stops. Like, there's days where there's no wind.
Yeah, but I don't think that they put them in places that the wind stops. I think they put them in places where the winds are like perennial. They go on all the year, and they have very high altitude places and stuff. Basically, solar panels out of graphene, and wind turbines out of graphene, and graphene out of graphene, and clouds out
Graphene
of
or graphene. You heard it here first, guys.
What if you made a
Wow.
graphene bullet, but it'd be pretty flexible, so it's useless.
People
Mostly.
have made ice bullets, so they shoot someone and it melts, and then there's no evidence of a bullet.
Yes,
I
yes.
thought-
I was actually pondering with that idea of a freeze ray gun, which would just compress air and then shoot it out in like a bullet, and so the bullet would just be compressed in the super cool solid air, like solid nitrogen and oxygen mostly, which it would be, and it could hit a person, and since it would be so cold, the person would die, and the bullet would just evaporate. I thought that first. You heard it here.
would. I would think that it might work if you were to like shoot them in some like vital area.
Yeah, but it's super cold, so you'll absorb the heat from somewhere.
But like,
so,
yeah,
they'd
the
just die of
whole
hypothermia.
the whole ice bullet thing, they like tested it on Mythbusters, but they fired it from a normal gun, and then it like melted before it left the barrel. But I'm
Yeah.
like, it's not
You don't
limited.
need-
You could shoot
it's
it
not
like
meant
from
to
a.
be.
You can shoot it from like a pneumatic tube or some shit.
Yeah,
Which doesn't
pneumatic
have
is-
heat.
No, it's a pity.
Then you have
Because,
the meat bolt they tried.
because if you are shooting it from a normal gun, the normal gun is powered by an explosive, and explosive generates heat, so that melts it even faster. So that's useless.
Yeah, but you can like shoot it from like something that shoots via pressure instead of heat.
Yeah, exactly. Like in Metro 2033.
Of
Just
course,
pump
with
it
that
and
you have to be careful because if there's too much pressure, it could just break the ice when it's fired.
Well,
I
yeah,
don't-
but like, what if it's like fucking weird ice?
weird ice. We're just using air for that.
Weird ice.
So it's
It'll break the
nitrogen and
ice.
oxygen.
Pneumatics are now the best wingman. It's official.
Pneumatic mints and stuff. We should sell those. Oh, you have the pneumatic mints. They smell so nice.
But yeah,
And make an advertisement where like the chick is attracted by that, like the smell of the mint, like they do in this stupid place. There's
This
those
is-
stupid ads.
the ice bullet, by the way, just for interest's sake, is the very first episode of Mythbusters, the very first myth they tested.
Yeah, and they failed because they used the wrong equipment for it.
Indeed, not counting the pilot episodes, of course,
Yeah.
which is interesting.
So apparently you can stop that SFD because I have a pretty damn awesome thing to talk about. Scientists have figured out a way to use a virus to alter the nature of water, which would boil it 3 times faster. And apparently the technique could be used in really kick-ass computers, quote unquote.
So
Really
what you're,
kick-ass computers.
so what you're
like-
saying is,
Not what I'm saying, not what the scientists
they
are saying.
would infect our water with something that could probably kill us.
No,
in
it's
order
a virus
to-
that alters the nature of water slightly. It's not
But
a
like-
human infecting virus.
But what if the virus alters the water inside of you and then you disintegrate?
You boil faster than like 3 times faster. That would be quite fun.
Wouldn't that theoretically raise your body temperature then?
Yeah.
Oh, actually, this is the virus extracted from tobacco plants. The one that infects tobacco plants. Is it called
But-
the tobacco mosaic virus? I learned about this one.
But that shit is dangerous for humans, is it
No,
not?
it's not actually. It's not. It just affects tobacco plants. It won't. Apparently, it's used for faster tea making. Okay, that's just the most British thing you could do. Alter the nature of water itself to enhance the boiling speed, so you can make faster tea. Yes. Why not?
Apparently, our human DNA contains antibodies for it already, which means at some point in human history, that virus did affect humans.
So if it already contains antibodies for it, then we don't have anything to worry about. It's just the
Because
tobacco mosaic virus.
You know
It's a
how
very
like
old one.
you know how like some viruses form part of the genome and then gets passed on to the next generation. It's
Yeah.
pretty cool, and then nobody can ever get it
Yeah.
again.
Yep. The herd immunity thing. The herd immunity that's just transferred down through generations. That's exactly why we didn't have measles, and then we do have measles, because a lot of people are not getting vaccinated, and they're living and producing more
Cough, cough,
non-vaccinated
California.
morons.
People be retarded.
People be
California.
stupido.
Literally California. Sorry, what?
Yep.
And measles is like a very terrifying virus. I thought it was just like, it's just
Yeah.
some pimples and nah. But it's actually quite scary.
No, it can literally kill you.
I know.
If it does not kill you, it can make you infertile.
Yes, it has 10 to 20% of chance to infect your head, your brain.
It can also make you blind or give you brain
Oh
damage.
boy.
It's like
Oh,
the
boy.
inhuman the Terrigen Mist is like a lottery of what powers you get. This is like a lottery of which part of you just dies off. And if you're lucky, you survive.
Whoa.
If you're lucky, it's not all of you that dies off.
And it's not even natural if you survive through that. If you get the vaccine, it's a little more natural. Since it can be put into the history books where it's supposed to exist.
So I guess
Sergio
what
says
we're...
it gives you autism?
Sergio is a crazy man.
He is. Let's just ignore him.
What do you say? What do you say? Pulled off the weirdest joke ever. What joke?
He's
So yeah, guys.
So apparently
Yeah.
urine isn't sterile. So yeah,
No shit.
oh.
you can't Bear Grylls this one. But Bear Grylls isn't doing this for surviving from like some diseases. He's doing it for survival. You know, living.
Survival.
But like, why?
But you know, if you're in a desert stranded there, then you have no other option. You have to
But-
do it.
But couldn't you like dig down until you found groundwater?
You dig down in a desert.
What if the desert's
okay,
like 1,000 feet up from sea
and
level?
it's like a huge amount of sand, and it could be just
Also
oil,
find
and
like
you drink some oil.
scorpions that kill you.
But then
Yes.
you just
Yeah,
live
that
down
too.
there inside the big hole that you dug.
But it's sand.
But
You would get buried.
you just
But
die.
but that's fine.
Fire
Also,
didn't
you
play
would die from
Starbound. He doesn't know how
scorpions and
sand
every
works.
other
Yeah.
evil animal.
Wait, what?
Also, scorpions and all the other evil animals and insects in
Yeah,
deserts.
Komodo dragons
But if
and
if
stuff.
if,
reptiles.
if you like live in the sand for a while, you're gonna adapt and learn how to swim in sand. Am I right?
Yeah, because evolution works like that. Within
Indeed.
5 minutes. Yeah, sure. You try
Yeah, that's
that,
like
you know?
I went to
Let's fun
the
fire
pool
to
one
do that.
day, and then I just have gills. I've got gills now.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
that
I-
X-Men guy who could adapt to everything.
Don't you just hate rapid onset gills?
It's a serious condition,
Yeah.
guys. I'm starting a
It
Kickstarter.
sucks.
for
Horrible.
sure.
It sucks. Like, I just went to swim the other day and suddenly I have a desperate case of rapid onset gills.
Yeah, I think we're gonna have to
That's
set up
nine.
a Kickstarter to donate for
fire.
a cure.
Yeah,
funding
help us,
fire to
help us cure the horrible disease of rapid onset gills. This should go on a t-shirt, guys. Rapid onset gills.
So
We
Moon is
will
gonna
need
have.
an awareness color and ribbon like all those other foundations do.
Yeah. And then people can donate money to us so we can cure this disease that totally, definitely exists. I promise.
How
Yeah.
about maroon? That'll be our color.
Yeah.
Speaking of fundings and projects, you could have Moon's first settlers, the settlers who go to the Moon, obviously. They could live in city-sized, and I mean really big city-sized lava tubes.
So, can I ask you something?
Sure.
Do you know how to do a segue without saying "speaking of" or talking
No.
about?
Because Linus does it that way, and he's the master of segues, so I'm learning that way.
But
You
it
cannot
doesn't
stop
work
me.
when that's the only thing you say.
Speaking of is the way to segue. How could you do that? Thinking
Speaking of segues,
Speaking
So-
of
On
that
segues, here's a
topic-
segue that is amazing.
Hey guys, can we talk about this Moon thing, because this is interesting and I have an opinion.
I have a better opinion.
My question, I have one question for
Opinions.
these guys. Why would you want to live there? There is absolutely fuck all on the Moon.
And there's minerals.
Yep.
You can mine there, mining operation.
God damn it,
And then-
Maria, they're minerals.
So what? So then it just becomes the Moon version of Red Faction.
Yes,
It's like
that'll be fun.
they're gonna fucking pull the Moon, mine the Moon, and then there's gonna be nothing left, and the Moon is gonna collapse, and then the tides are gonna break, and Earth is gonna kill itself, and yeah.
This isn't the
I am
time
willing
machine.
to take over the
movie.
moon. This is a
Also,
Fine,
they are
sacrifice I am
going
willing
to
to make.
discover they're going to discover our secret moon nukes.
Those aren't really on the surface or anywhere near the place where
They're also
thinking of
gone
living.
now. Did you forget
Yeah.
that Kami blew them up?
I put new
Yeah.
ones there. Shh.
Oh, damn it!
You
But
need to
also,
start
did
putting
you,
this stuff
Tommy?
in the newsletter. I make
But-
the newsletter for a reason.
But the newsletter wasn't encrypted enough. I don't want
NSA
the
has it now.
I don't want the NSA finding it.
But now
We're on
you
the
said it wasn't
moon.
encrypted enough, so now they do find. They know
But
it about it.
we're running this podcast for a super encrypted Sergio van server.
It's encrypted. When did
Ain't
that
no
happen?
ain't no NSA touching this shit.
Right,
Okay.
right.
It's like the people
Yeah.
listening to the stream are literally just hearing because of the strong encryption.
So
It's
they're
totally
hearing
not
it in
SFD's
Moscow.
internet lagging.
It actually sounds like that one Russian radio station.
Lesnitsky.
Yeah, UBV
Yeah, that one,
76.
UVB.
So look at this, the theoretical lunar lava tube thing with the city of
It's
Philadelphia
on
for
the
scale.
inside.
It's like super gigantic.
What?
What?
The lava tube. The theoretical lava tube.
The
on moon.
lava tube. So a tube of
Yeah.
lava on
Not
the moon.
containing lava. A tube formed by the cooling down of lava. Yes.
So rock.
Yes. But it's a very gigantic tube.
So,
So
in
you
fact,
want
they're
to-
not
It's-
lava tubes. They're
It's a-
rock tubes.
It's a tube made out of rock.
Yeah, but it's lava. Cool
But
down lava
lava
tube.
is rock.
I
Lava
know.
is just melted rock.
Yes,
this.
but this is formed by the cooling down of molten lava. Molten
So
rock,
rock.
whatever.
It's rock.
Which makes rock.
You can't call them rock
It's rock.
tubes though. Because rock
Yes, you
tubes would
can.
sound like something really weird, Something really open-ended.
Rock tubes, man.
Rock tubes.
The rock tube.
Sounds like a good name
it sounds
for
like
a band.
a YouTube, but for it sounds like YouTube, but for rock bands.
Yeah, rock tubes.
The rock tube. Rock,
Rock tube t-shirts.
brought to you by PCR.
Welcome to the rock
Yeah.
tube.
I heard
Now,
that.
if you pull up
in such a
the
way.
actual article,
I-
that lava
And then
tube
we
is
can
quite
make a
gigantic.
spin-off site called Metal Tube.
I want to know how they
Tube.
plan to get enough lava there to cool it down to make those tubes.
The
I
tubes are already formed.
But it
They're
would be
not
heavy
being
to
formed
get up
by
there.
us. What?
With Fire's accent, all I hear is just something lube. It's like
Wait, so
rock
so there's
metal.
already lava on the moon?
There was lava, it is cooled, and the tubes formed are so gigantic, they're bigger than the city of Philadelphia, like so many times. If you just pull up the article and see that infograph diagram thing. The tunnels would be airless, but they would be well protected with a stable temperature of negative 20 degrees Celsius. That is quite stable, isn't it? And actually, if you properly pressurize it and heat it up moderately, that could be habitable, you know? And
But
no
is it airtight?
viruses. Of course it is. We have to pressurize it. It isn't. We have to pressurize everything.
But how do you get to these tubes? I would assume they are deep underground.
Through the craters. Oh no, I don't think so.
You don't see tubes sticking out of the surface of the moon, because then from here it would look like the moon has spikes.
What? Spikes? How would
I
they look
assume
like
it would
spikes?
be done the same way you do with like a deep sea diving things, where you would have like a tunnel and then a pressurization tube, and then you would go into the thing.
Also,
Yeah,
these lunar tubes could exist like 5,000 meters or several miles wide sizes. So that's a pretty
So
big
that's fun.
place.
But
That's
does
bigger
Mars
than,
also have tubes?
Nah, it has like a surface of ice below that. Who knows what the hell is that? You know.
But wait, Earth has lava. Do we also have lava tubes?
Yeah, we do. So
Then
we
why
are
don't we
assuming
live in them?
we don't live in them because we have better places to live, which is on the surface. The moon's surface is quite
Yeah.
scary. It has a lot of radiation and solar
No.
wind and shit. That's why we're
That-
using these.
Does it?
What?
Nobody going to the moon worried about solar radiation.
No, but if you constantly live on the surface, then you would get hit by cosmic radiation, and that isn't good for you. You
Yeah.
won't become like the Human Torch.
Can't they just like build the magnetosphere, man? I mean, we build those things all the time.
Yeah, in science fiction. Sure, why not? We'll
So
just
you and all-
terraform the moon, and we'll just build a blue
That's
sphere where the
SFD,
Inhumans can live.
I mean, just like build an atmosphere, man. I mean, it's how hard can it be?
Build an yes, we just build an atmosphere.
I mean,
start a Kickstarter for that.
I
Kickstarter.
I'm experienced, man. I played Spore. You just drop a machine down and the atmosphere forms.
Totally.
That's the sound of the machine
Yeah,
when it's being dropped.
SFD is losing his shit.
just plummeting. He said yo. He actually said yo.
He said,
said
nearing
nearing-
end time, yo.
You need to say this right. He said, "Nearing the
Nearing
end
the
time,
end time,
yo. Yo, fall. You're nearing the end time, yo."
Yes.
Nearing end time, yo.
SFD is from the hood.
It's like, what are you getting up in
Oh,
this
yes.
place for? You guys,
It's Michigan. What do you expect?
what? We're
Yeah,
getting
Chicago
up in this
and Detroit.
up in this place now. SFD Detroit confirmed.
Oh god. Yep.
It's
Also,
on the
apparently-
inside.
Detroit.
Isn't
Also-
Could you
Detroit?
stop with that sound clip?
Isn't Detroit like that amazing city that has all the good people in it?
Yeah, totally.
I can agree with that one.
SFD is just doing every sound clip now.
Yep.
Yeah, he's using all of the
He's
bumpers.
panicking.
And
We
before
have
White
officially-
People Get Down.
Help, I'm white and I can't get down.
Okay then.
Okay.
Okay. So guys,
Okay.
speaking of things that are cool and interesting, right?
Yeah.
Speaking of that things,
Fire, please,
Is-
we weren't talking about me.
Fire
Is-
failed the segue. He slowed down.
is video games, guys.
Yeah.
So which
Ooh.
games are you guys playing? And let's add that as a weekly thing. Which games are you playing at the end of the show?
The end times are near, guys.
So which
Um,
game are you playing, Fire?
I'm
Me currently,
Yes.
I'm playing Bulletstorm again. Oh yeah, because Bulletstorm is like my most favorite game ever.
Just Cause 2 is a lot better, just saying.
I've been playing a lot of Just Cause 2 myself.
It's
I-
big on the inside.
No,
I must
I
be
don't know.
bored.
With the sound clip.
I can't even with Just Cause 2. It's just, I don't know.
Add some mods, you know, the
It got
Superman
so-
mod and the
It got
Flash
so
mod.
boring. I'll play.
No,
I'll
if
play
you
Just
add the
Cause
mods, it's a lot fun.
When Just Cause 3 comes out, I'll
Or
play
you go on
that.
multiplayer and just die a lot.
I've been
No,
playing.
if you add like God mode, the Superman mod, and the Flash mod, you just become. It's like
Yes, the
entertainment for
Superman
hours.
mod.
What has KP played?
I've been playing
Drama
Guns of
game.
Icarus a lot lately, actually, with my friends, and it's
What?
it's Guns
Not
of
with
Icarus.
us. We're not your friends.
Is this the weird?
Yeah, that the
Sky-
airship
Steampunk
battle
blimp
thing,
fighting game.
It's the sky boat shoot
the
shoot
mini
game.
blimps
Yeah.
fighting game. Yeah,
It's really fun if you play it with friends.
and coordinate
But for that, you would need to have friends that are interested in gaming.
and have that game
I do.
I don't.
and have a good internet connection.
My friends don't care about games.
I have internet.
Same
friends.
here, same here.
Aww.
I have literally no IRL friends who care about games.
So
There's just one
Why?
who's all like Battlefield,
Oh my
Battlefield,
God.
Battlefield.
I have a few, but they really don't share my taste in games because they play fucking League of Legends.
Also, I have a friend like that. Yeah. League of Legends, I didn't get that. I tried Dota 2 and I was like expecting something strategy, and like it's just you go there and kill. The fuck? I expect.
everything okay? Are we all dead?
SFD, how much time
Oh.
is there left? Do a status report.
Status update needed.
5 minutes.
5 minutes. Okay.
bigger on
Well,
the
Suit's
inside.
dead.
I don't even.
With the
What
sound
does that
clip.
clip even say?
What just happened?
It's
Oh,
been
so-
there
Bigger
the
on the
whole
inside.
time.
The server
been there the
disconnected
whole
from
time.
No, it's bigger on the inside.
Really? What is
It's
that a
bigger on the inside, right?
reference
It's
to?
bigger on the inside.
What's that a reference to?
Is it
Time.
your penis?
It's a reference to time.
It's
It's-
a reference to the female genital parts.
It's a
What? Oh.
reference. It's a reference to Star Wars, right? We're talking
No,
about
it's Star Trek.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Darth Vader is bigger on the inside, right?
No.
So what games?
Nope.
I'm playing just Tropical 4, and if I'm bored, I just play Just Cause 2. Install the mods; they're awesome. Okay.
I am playing Just Tropico 4.
Who is playing that game with the city stuff?
City Skylines. I think
Me,
No one.
I
most of
am.
us
I'm
playing.
playing I'm playing the totes legit one.
Which
I actually
is
have to get the totes legit one
The
and
pirate.
VR it.
so yeah, Toad's legit one.
Yeah, totes legit one.
Were
Just
the
like you
seas
have the
rough
totes
the day
legit.
you got it?
What?
Were the seas rough when you got it?
Kinda. A bit.
See, that's funny because seas are rough for pirates, like you.
Oh boy. Oh
Let's
boy.
sing a song, guys.
Fire's
Oh my
staying
god,
with this.
are we gonna sing? What song
Yes,
are
we're
we gonna
going to sing.
Oh, no.
Let's sing a sea shanty
God,
from
no.
Assassin's Creed 4.
No, we're going to sing the pirate song.
Oh yeah.
Yar har har fiddle dee dee.
Being
Being a pirate is alright to be.
No, actually, it starts from "Do What You Want" because a pirate
Because
is
a pirate
free.
is free. You
You
are
are
a
a
pirate.
pirate. Yar
Yar
har
har
fiddle
fiddle
dee
dee.
being a pirate
Being
is
a pirate is
alright
alright
to
to
be.
be.
Do what you
No,
want.
no, no,
was
no,
a
because
The
a
pirate.
pirate is
pirate.
free. You
You
are
are
a
a
pirate.
pirate. Low limelight.
What just happened?
Heaven.
That
A
was-
song
oh,
was
God.
sung.
But like you guys weren't even in sync, so it was just like it sounded like I thought it was the stream I have first, but then I noticed it was muted. Oh,
Oh, you should have been here when we sang before. It
I
was
don't.
so much
I don't want to.
worse.
Fire. I gave your singing. Let's say I give your singing about a 7. It's
Inspiring
good.
gag solo.
Suit, on the other hand, yours is like a. Yours is like a
Inspiring gag.
KP. I don't even know what yours is. Yours is somewhere.
I was actually
Fire,
slowing down for
hashtag
everyone to catch up.
legit.
You know.
I'm going to
No one was
believe that
following the
mine
rhythm.
was a perfect 10 out of 10.
Indeed.
11 out of 11.
Mine was perfect for the rhythm. I was just slowing down for you guys to catch up because I'm the Flash.
Is that the truth?
Yes.
Okay, I like really need to go and eat now, so I'm gonna say goodbye now, and you guys say goodbye when the show ends.
Farewell,
Ooh.
Fire.
Goodbye.
So
He said,
Bye.
"Wait."
I need to go because otherwise my mom's gonna kill me.
Your pizza can't die. Don't worry. It won't get cold. You can microwave it.
It's yeah, the stuff. Can I go
You're
now?
Sorry,
making
she
it.
got
No,
blood
you
on
can't.
you.
SFD
You
said,
may
"Wait."
never-
We're holding Fire hostage.
Yes.
Inspiring Gak solo.
Ransom.
What the heck was that?
What the
Oh.
hell?
Oh, that was a thing. Oh.
That was extremely weird.
That was...
My
can I go
God,
now?
it's
I'm going now.
violent.
Yes, go.
He
Cheers,
says, "Okay,
guys.
done."
As always,
Bye.
fire out. Bye.
Bye, Fire.
That was
I
quick.
think our time is actually up now, isn't it?
It's 12
It-
here, so
It's 2:30.
12 a.m.
So that was Procrastination Radio, April 4th, 2015. I hope you enjoyed the show.
Bye.
That was quite the show.
That's close.
Goodbye. That's 11.